Hi. We're looking at the original intent of those who ratified our Constitution. And I told you need to read the ratification letters, which you do. You need to study them intently. I want to talk about representation briefly. When we ratified our Constitution, we also then ratified 10 amendments. 12 were presented to the people. One of them, the 11th, was ratified as a 27th Amendment. One was not ratified. And the one that wasn't ratified had to do with basically we would continue as we increased in population to add representatives. In about 1912, we froze our number of representatives at 435. There was a while when Hawaii and Alaska became states that we went to 437, and we jumped around a little bit, but most part. And then that's it after, I think, 1929-ish, that was it, 435. Montana, I think it's Montana. Greg Gainforte, Gianforte, is the representative for Montana. There's 1,086,759 people approximately living in Montana with about 145,000 square acres, 146,000 square acres of land. And they got one representative. Now they get two senators. Everybody gets two senators except for the territories. In the United States, we've got about 330 million people, a little more than that. And in the House of Representatives, we have 435, and in the Senate, we have 100. The Senate's supposed to represent the states, doesn't anymore. It's a direct election. So you got about 535 representatives, which breaks down to about 617,191 people per representative. Well, folks, that's not representation. That's not even a good lottery. And this is what's frustrating a lot of you. And we left Great Britain. We were quite upset about their not allowing us to have representatives. And I'll go through that in the next segment, some of the things we said. But just so you understand, Great Britain's got about 63 million people. A little more, but not much. And in their House of Lords, they got 794 sitting lords. It's 650 in the House of Commons. That's 1444. We left these people over representation. They got about 43,000 people, okay, think of 44,000 people to one representative. We got 600 to one, 617 to one. That's about 14 times better representation. And I know they're idiots, okay? They're not smart like we are. Somehow they managed to pull off their 1444 and make it work. We were smart. We froze it at 435 and 100 senators. This is what's causing a lot of you frustration. You don't really have good representation. What goes along with this is the fact that we have not kept declaration restrictions, so now the federal government's getting more and more involved in all kinds of things that really affect your life. And the thing is, you can't have everybody have the same thing and take care of everybody. 9 times out of 10, if you let everybody do what they wanted to, okay, they'd all be happy. The odd times you can't, you need a law there, okay? But most of the time you can. Well, because you've gotten the federal government involved, they have to make a decision for everybody. It screws everything up. That being said, this is a problem. We're going to come back to this and look at more about representation, okay? And hopefully this is helping.